Welcome to episode 265 of the Overlook Hour. I'm your host, Clark Little. Along with me, as always, is the man who was just in this recording, but we had to restart it because I've got connectivity issues here in Phoenix. It's Randy Michael Stat.
Yes, sir. Doing the intro for a second time. That's me. What's up?
Randy, want no guard or guard on the shave? No guard.
No, the one guard.
Oh, one guard.
Yeah, the smallest one.
One Guard is also a home warranty company. Don't ask me how I know that. Also joining the show is Russell John, the Fisherman.
What up? I almost pulled up the audio of somebody knocking to pile onto the bit of your maintenance man knocking on your door.
Come and knock on our door. Dude,
Yeah.
it is weird. Is there am I going to get extra charges for all this hotspot activity I got to do?
Probably.
You'll probably get a
Really?
warning before. If you run out of data, they should send you a text beforehand.
I have unlimited data for everything, bro.
Maybe you have unlimited hotspot data. I know I don't.
I don't know anybody that does, if that makes you feel worse.
Well, I'm not an adult, so I don't know how to take care of myself. Also joining us is Oksana Valerian of Osache.
Hi.
What's going on?
It'll probably end up just using up your fast internet, and then you'll just get stuck with the shit internet for the rest of the month. My bad.
I'm stuck with the shit internet. I'm stuck in the shit state, in the shit city, in this shit hotel. But I will say that this room is good. I have club access this week. So I can go in the secret clubhouse room, which I've never been into, which is very interesting. I don't know what's
Seventh
going
floor?
on in there. Mm-hmm. May have some eyes wide shut things going on in front of the continental breakfast. I don't know. Because somebody could have their tits out in front of the cantaloupes, which would be ironic. Melons on melons. Huh? Who's with me? Phoenix is fun.
I liked it. Did you end up reading that story I recommended to you before your flight?
No, that's not. How am I supposed to read it on my phone?
I just sent you a link. You just click it and it opens it up.
Yeah, but then how do I have internet access in the air?
I think if you loaded the page, it might still.
No, that's not how things work.
Well, also, I didn't know how long you would be in the TSA purgatory. I thought it might have been good there.
By the way, I had terrible seats today. There are 33 rows on that plane. Do you know what row I sat in?
33.
32nd.
Oh, boo. Actually, that is the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you still have people behind you.
Yep.
When I had that traumatic experience of an air pocket that made me resign from ever wanting to fly again, I was in the very back row, and it was not reassuring.
It just takes forever.
Yeah, but I always wait anyway. Like
What?
Instead of like trying to get up and go, I feel like that just makes me like angry. So I just wait. I just let people go.
No, it's your turn, dude. No, see, people like you are causing the problems in the system, dude.
It's the people that get up and they're like, "Come on!" like pushing their way through, then walking backwards to grab their luggage.
It's the people who, as soon as we're set and they click off that seatbelt light, that pop up and walk immediately down the aisle. Those people, I wish nothing but death, plague, and famine amongst them and their loved ones.
Well, if they didn't have luggage, it'd be fine. I don't care. Like, just get off.
Fuck you. We're in this together.
Wait, so you're mad at the people who get off immediately, and you're mad at the people who wait and let other people go?
Correct.
Who are you
That's
not
correct.
mad at?
I'm not mad at the majority of the American citizens and the other citizens of the world who get on a plane, and when it's time for their row to exit, they exit their row. We all do this. We all get out the exits at the same time.
I don't know.
It's a
I feel like
synchronized event.
it creates a jam.
It does not create a jam if we're all responsible adults.
It depends on where your overhead luggage is, I think.
Yeah.
If it's behind you, I'd wait.
If it's behind you, you're an idiot.
No.
Who puts it behind you?
Hey, man.
Sometimes there's no room.
Beggars can't be choosers.
That is poor travelmanship, is what that is.
So how many more weeks?
Yes. Oksana, I do agree for you. If you are late on a plane and you do have to put your luggage behind you, absolutely wait. That's what you got to do. You can't fight. You can't go against the flow.
All right.
You know?
Now apologize to me
About what?
about waiting.
You did not put that. You did not put that caveat into your argument. Therefore, no apology given.
Sometimes you just have to believe me and understand I'm a good person, even though.
I know you.
Okay, how much longer are we doing this? You got 4 more weeks.
At least, dude. I'm about to quit.
We'll do it when you're not in Arizona, so then you can get back.
It's terrible, man. It's killing me.
All right.
I didn't know I was going to turn into, fucking George Clooney over here, dude.
I don't get it.
That is the
Up
only
in the
traveling salesman I know.
Oh, okay. What about that Cinema Verte film? Was it Salesman? With the Bible?
The mail, yeah.
How do we? Nobody knows that.
No, I know Salesman.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, is that the correct title?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm self-conscious now that Randy called me out and
Did you watch?
a racist from.
Did you see the documentary Now spoof?
No, I haven't. I've never gone back through that show.
It's called Globesman.
Oh, I like
and
that.
And they're door-to-door globe salesman. It's good.
Yeah, I'm into that. No, I've never gone through that show. I should though.
I showed you my favorite one, and you were like, "Meh."
What was it?
Juan likes chicken and rice.
Oh no, it was good.
I've seen it like 10 times.
I like kind of like punchier comedy. You're a very dry BBC fan of like humor.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of heart. That episode's got a lot of heart.
Oh, okay, dude. I barely saw you this weekend. I mentioned to you Clint Eastwood's new movie, right?
You just said that he's acting in it as well, and I said that he couldn't do that.
Well, I mean, one, I thought it was remarkable because he's 91 years old and he's, directing and starring.
Yeah, but he hasn't made anything good in quite some time.
Yeah, but this one's getting a little bit of hype. And the thing the reason I wanted to bring it up to you was because people were saying if you watch the trailer, they say try not to cry. And I'm like, oh, that's a perfect Clark challenge.
Cry Macho?
Yeah, the name
is
of
it called Cry Macho?
Cry Macho, yeah. There's
look, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there's a good wiener joke in the trailer that I think you would appreciate.
Oh, tight. Now, I will say Richard Jewell was good. I did like Richard Jewell.
Yep.
But the Mule was terrible. American Sniper was terrible. Jersey Boys, get out of here. J. Edgar, a mess. Hereafter's weird, but I kind of like Hereafter.
Yeah,
but that was 11 years ago.
Dude, we still got Godard is still kicking around, right? He's got to be like 102.
He's in his 90s as well.
Yeah, but he's got a
wait a minute. Y'all buried the lead on this thing, dude.
What?
I want to read the synopsis of Cry Macho. A one-time rodeo star and washed-up horse breeder takes a job to bring a young man's son home and away from his alcoholic mom. On their journey, the horseman finds redemption through teaching the boy what it means to be a good man.
That was the lead?
Which part?
Yeah, he's a rodeo man, and Dwight Yoakam's in this movie. All right, I'm in. That's all I need to know.
See, I thought that you would have been out because the whole I'm on a journey to find something. I thought that was going to hark the mule to you.
Let me explain something to you. It's gonna suck shit, but now I'm in.
I think I'd rather watch Sean Penn's Flag Day.
Dude, after watching, because Randy and I, we'll get into it. We saw 2 movies together yesterday, and both of them had the Flag Day Sean Penn movie in the upcoming attractions. And I missed the first half of it because I had to go pee. By the way, Randy, did I pee 4 times during the Green Knight?
I think so, but I think I also peed twice during it and then a third time at the very end. So
What the fuck?
By the way, when you left during Annette, you left during a very important scene.
I was worried about that.
You missed some good stuff. We'll get into it.
Is that going to be a new segment? 2 movies, 1 cup, where you all share a beer and try not to pee through 2 very long movies.
2 girls, 2. I was trying to think single syllable word. That doesn't matter. It's too late in the day.
I know you're too fatigued. I could see it. You really wanted it there.
I know the gears were grinding, but there's no oil.
I'm sure there was a good punchline. Okay, there were like 2 things I wanted to mention, and then I closed the doc that has everything in it. One, I want to give everybody a warning.
2 films, 1 cup. Done. All right, next one.
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah.
You dick! You stole my joke. Anyway, I want to give everybody a warning because I've decided that I'm gonna cover MTV's Fear next week. So if people want to watch,
why?
Because Terrell came over and we watched Seance, the Simon Barrett film.
Terrell, I love you. You're a bad influence on this show.
No. I was showing it to him, and honestly, he got mad.
All right, Terrell, I retract that. Russell, you're a bad influence on this show.
So no, I was showing it to him because it's reality TV mixed with found footage horror, and nobody fucking knows about it. But it's on YouTube. So if you search MTV Fear, dive into it. I'm warning right now. It's very 90s. Like the aspect ratio, the quality, and a lot of it's at night.
Randy's out.
No, yeah. No, I think, I don't know. Randy doesn't fuck with the retro tech stuff, but it's good. And I definitely want to get into it next week. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just jump on YouTube and you'll find it. And it's rad. More people need to have it on the radar. The other thing, 2 weeks ago, I believe, was it 2 weeks ago? When did we cover Aurore? Curse of Aurore? I have the fucking thing right in front of me. I just can't read. On episode 261, when we were talking about that film, we were both discussing a leg injury from one of the lead females. And I just wanted to get it on the record that I was correct. It was not planned or scripted, and it happened days before the shoot, and it completely organic. I just want to get it out there that I was correct and Clark was wrong. That's all.
I surrender.
Oh, damn it!
And I said I hope it wasn't real.
Yeah,
but hey, kudos to her for battling through.
Hey, shout out to the people who worked on that film too. Apparently, they listened to the episode and they loved it. So.
Yeah, they're great. They're all over social media.
Despite having bad taste, they like our show. Or wait. Despite having bad taste and liking our show, they made a good movie. That's what I meant.
Despite having bad taste by liking our show?
There we go.
Okay, my God.
They made a great movie despite having bad taste. I think that's more succinct. All right.
You got there.
We're workshopping everything today. Was there any other news? I always feel like there's stuff I wanted to bring up or like close or, honestly, last week was the TBR report, which I had a lot of fun doing. And it was great having Thomas on here because that was, the segment that he co-produces. And I feel bad that I didn't even mention all the films that came up to now and kind of just got his like thoughts on them. Oh, well, maybe on TBR 20. But I'll just use this as a segue into the TBR report.
The TBR report.
What was that?
The music went off.
No, the music's fine. It's your internet.
It's my hotspot.
No, it's just because they're fighting for level of audio, so it just canceled both out.
Oh, everybody hold back. Neo spoke.
What?
It's not the same as being in person. That's all I can say.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Randy.
There. Speak to me like I'm a child.
Oh, man. I mean, honestly, the fact that we're all over a Zoom-like program is pretty appropriate since Thomas Burke gave us the homework of watching This House Has People in It, which, again, I was a little hesitant to jump into this one. Not because I had seen it or I hadn't even watched it before.
This is an Adult Swim production.
Yeah, it's along the lines of Too Many Cooks or unedited footage of a bear. This one came after, and it was super popular like the other two, but like I don't know, it didn't have that kind of like sustaining, or like it didn't live on the internet as long. And I think that's because it's honestly a pretty deep and complicated ARG. And I know everybody listening is rolling their eyes with this ARG shit. But
Yeah, can we cool it on the ARGs, dude?
Hey, I'm not
It's like
programmed.
every week. This is the ARG report, man.
Now, here's the thing. Now, I should read from Thomas's email because I'm not sure if he knew it was an ARG. Anyway, Thomas writes, in this week's TBR report, I'd like to recommend a short film called This House Has People in It, a found footage surveillance-style narrative that was released by Adult Swim in 2016. I'm recommending this short because I think there's a lot to talk about. The film starts out with a family walking around their kitchen and their daughter basically lying on the floor motionless, but her parents ignore her, thinking she's just being a kid. Meanwhile, there appears to be a grandmother in the other room watching television, and a little boy walking aimlessly around the house, and some kind of technician working down in the basement. Approximately 5 minutes in, the parents start picking up that something may be wrong with their daughter, and they quickly come to discover that she is completely stuck to the floor. She can't talk, she can't move. The baby starts crying. It's a really creepy moment. Once panic starts to ensue, it becomes clear that the family is expecting guests to come over, but then things take a turn for the worst. I won't say much else because you guys always have a great way of setting these things up, but man, this one was weird. I think it's highly effective, and it just keeps coming. I keep coming back to this one, despite having watched it maybe 4 or 5 times now. There's also a cool twist in the final shot, which doesn't necessarily bring closure to what's happened, but I think it's part of the reason why I like it so much. Let me know what y'all think. It's currently available on YouTube, on Adult Swim's channel. P.S. There's an interesting bit around the 3-minute mark, and I was wondering what your take on it was. When the boy's reading a book and something quickly flies past the frame outside the window, I didn't pick up on this at first, and I can't seem to wrap my head around what the hell it was. All the best, Thomas Burke. Thomas, you're great. I think you missed it, though. It is a deep ARG, and because the film came out 5 years ago, man, if you just Google the title of this short, it pops up with like Reddit. There are, people have done a million videos online of it. But I will tell you, I went back and I looked at Too Many Cooks and unedited footage of a bear because I'm like, well, maybe are they ARGs or is this like a new development? And it looks like unedited footage of a bear also had an ARG element, which is now offline. They took the website down. And if you tuned into UF 24 Hour, very similar thing. I didn't realize that. I mean, essentially, there are 2 other websites out there tied to those films that all are like faux medical, basically. The third one is the surveillance company, and This House Has People in It. But it's really interesting, and it's still up. And I think the other one was only up for about 6 years, and they pulled it, so this one might be going down too.
So faux medical, that's about Fauci?
Hey, we're going on YouTube. You got to cut these jokes. We're going to get doxxed and murdered. Or just,
we should get vaxxed and murdered.
Yeah, right. I don't know, Clark, so you had seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
You watched it again with me. Did it make any kind of impression, or?
I remember the girl getting stuck in the floor, and the grandmother wilding out about television, and that was about it.
But you seem kind of like bleh. Like, it was okay.
It didn't do a whole lot for me.
And I think that reaction is what most of the internet had. Because when you go back and look at Too Many Cooks, it's got like the catchy song, it's constantly evolving, and it's very comedy forward. And I think unedited footage of a bear is also very comedy forward.
Yeah.
Where this one is, dude, it's the most dry.
No, yes, I get it, and I greatly appreciate it. That was a very flippant thing I said. That's not necessarily true. It's just, I mean, I had seen this, but I did not recall it when you told me the name of this.
Yeah.
And then, it took like a minute, and I was like, oh, I've seen this before.
It took you more than a minute. We were watching it for a while, and halfway through the thing, you're like, wait, I've seen this. I was like, oh, damn it.
2 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was once the camera had moved enough that you could see the girl on the floor. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
know
I remember the girl on the floor,
yeah.
not
Which
the girl on the third floor.
oh god, I never watched it.
Nor did I.
I think we actually got a screener.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
I think they sent us a screener for it and never ended up watching it. Oh well, I apologize. I think that was RJLE or RLEJ or
RLJE.
I can't.
RLJ. I don't support anything with CM Punk outside of season 1 of Marin.
Okay, isn't there like a male orgasm in that movie though?
In what movie?
On the third floor. I thought there's okay. None of us have seen it.
No, but there,
All
but
right.
but there is in the Green Knight.
Okay, you know what? We'll cover it next week. Can you make a note of that? I feel like we talked about it too much. We got to pay that off.
I've
Anyway.
got jism on my hand, jism on my hand, jism on my hand.
So this house has people in it. That title is like one of the perfect kind of like found footage titles, where just the way that sentence is structured and the implication of it.
Grammatically incorrect. Continue.
Well, no, it's a different kind of like inflection you're getting. Like it's almost like a surprise. Like, oh, there's people in that house, which makes you think of who is crafting it. Don't give me that look.
What else is in a house other than people?
I know, but I agree with you. But I think when somebody states this house has people in it, it instantly makes me wonder what situation they're in.
I just made me think it's a house.
Oh my god. Anyway, so there is a full-blown ARG. If you stick around to the end of that 11-minute,
Yeah, full-blown orgs.
Dude, it's a brutal rash and itchy. I don't even like that joke. Cut that out, Randy. I know.
Randy, dump it.
Randy, dump that joke. No, so I spent a lot of time with it, and I feel bad about it because I kind of navigated through Reddit, and it's easy to cheat.
Why do you do that?
Well, I feel like it would be really rewarding if you just sat down and gave it some time, and it goes back to that thing we were talking about. I don't know if it was on the show, but kind of how the new currency isn't monetary; it's really attention. And everything is fighting for your attention, and it's the most valuable thing. And I feel like this people's house in it didn't make a strong enough impression to warrant the amount of time that went into it.
Good band.
Which is, well, I think I agree, but I think that this is why those YouTubers that kind of do like this people has house in it, or has this house has people in it.
My God.
I think it's over 2 hours too, with all the extra footage.
2?
Yeah, it's over 2 hours.
Many.
And there's a lot more moments where people are like phasing through the wall. Which,
what is this, Juan?
well, no, I actually think there was a really interesting thing that comes out of that shot where we have parents in the kitchen arguing, and there's just their daughter laying on the floor. And I believe in the short they talk about, oh, she's just protesting, or she's being an angsty teen. And they kind of don't address it until she's started going through the floor. And I actually think that's a pretty strong metaphor for like ignoring adolescent problems in like a nuclear home. And, in the other room, we have like the oldest generation with the youngest child and like their interactions and the party. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of value to this art outside of like the shock comedy that this like series has become known for. Also, I looked up the dude who directed it, and he did another short for Adult Swim that I think you'd be into, and you too, Randy. His name's Alan Resnick. He also worked on unedited footage of a bear, but he did another short that's available on YouTube called "May I Please Enter," and so I see like a progression here where Too Many Cooks is kind of like catchy retro TV, and that's really it. We're just kind of making fun of IP products and culture. Then we move into unedited footage of a bear, and that's kind of it's kind of a send up of watching stuff on YouTube. Because if you remember, like the punchline there is that the video is a commercial, and it even has the like skip ad button, which I fell for when we just watched it again. And I completely forgot. But now we move into this one, and we're in complete like internet ARG territory. So if after this house has people in it, which I'm lucky to get the name right, go watch May Please Enter. And I think it's the hardest to latch onto and understand, and it hasn't done well. It's only got like 500,000 views, which if you look at Too Many Cooks, it's got 26 million. So
Dang.
yeah, and there's no hand holding. And honestly, it kind of feels like I think you should leave. Like it feels like it could be a skit in that show. Except, I don't know, it's not as funny. I don't know. It's a trip. You guys should both check that out. As for this one, I don't know. Is there anything you wanted to like touch on? I feel like it just really didn't make an impression on you, Clark.
Correct.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we deal with surveillance footage so often that there are like little there are little things that I don't see a lot in the genre. Like the cameras can move, which kind of harks back to that film My Little Eye, that UK found footage film that I think is great. Again, this is an 11-minute short with over an hour and a half of extra footage, if you want to check it out. Thomas mentions a thing at the 3-minute mark in the movie. So the grandma's watching TV, and out her window you can see a deer run away. Like there's a deer in the frame and it runs. And then there's a weird little thing that chases it.
I saw that.
So that thing that chases it is Reddit. Again, this is kind of a spoiler. I don't know if anybody's actually going to go out and do this, but it's a Sonic the Hedgehog spoof where if you go through the whole ARG, like if you navigate the website, and I'll tell you the beginning right now, if you go to this site at the end of that video and say you forgot your password, put in an email and they'll email you an entry code. That kind of kicks it all off. If you make it to the very end, you get a picture that says you win with that thing that chased the deer. So if you're dying to see that little Sonic spoof, take the dive. I think I'm
Have
gonna.
you done it?
No, because honestly, you'd really have to sit down and navigate with it. But if you go to that guy's website, he's got his own personal one, Alan Resnick. Dude, look at his personal website. His writing and just the way you navigate it are all incredibly interesting and funny. Like non sequitur stuff. He writes a lot of interesting things in like the legal code that nobody reads. I don't know. It's great.
He's from Baltimore.
Again, I feel really weird talking about this thing because it's
Charm
like 5
City.
years old and super popular. Oh, he's from Baltimore?
Yeah.
Is that the found footage capital?
Dude, it's close, man.
Yeah, what the hell? Something's in the water over there.
The water.
Water? They have that laxed R? Water? Or is it like...
That's more Philly, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. Water ice.
What is that?
It's like soda or some shit. What's water ice?
It's like a snow cone.
Well, how do you know?
I believe that's what it is.
Okay.
I'm cultured.
I'm listening to them. Yeah,
Get some water ice. Go Birds.
You're not living in Atlanta yet. Anyway, Thomas, love you, brother. You need to come back on, and I hope I did some justice here. If anybody wants to, so any of these ARG things, I feel the eyes roll in the room when I say that acronym.
Confirmed.
Reach out to me. I'll talk to you.
Yep.
I talked about Petscop with a couple of people, but for now, I guess that's it.
This concludes the TBR report. This concludes the TBR report.
For the record, the letters TBR are now auto-programmed in my phone anytime I try to say V.
Really?
Yeah.
Just roll with it.
Do you know how many TBRs I'm going to be sending out?
It's good advertisement, man. All right. Did you have anything up top you want to do, or should I let our guest in?
Oh, man.
All right. Come on in.
Good morning. It's August 8, 2021, and it's a Sunday. I hope you all are having a wonderful time with your weekend projects, and I wish you the best of luck with them. Everyone, have a great day.
All right. Always lovely.
I was unsuccessful in my weekend project.
What was it?
I tried to hang myself.
Well, try again. Now you have David Lynch's blessing.
Oh, I'm gonna die in one of these hotel rooms.
Get it on camera, man.
Believe me, it is.
Oh, dude, that could. Then somebody could make a short about how you're haunting it,
Dude,
and then they could submit it to the film fest.
dude, I'm gonna Nicole Kidman myself.
Okay, now how the hell are we going to talk about this? Are you guys just going to like blend together to do a review?
Yeah, you got anything else, Randy?
No, that's it. The only thing I've been watching is television.
Okay, well, are one of y'all going to set up the story about how you had date night behind my back?
Okay, first of all, it was right in front of your back,
Agreed.
right in front of your tits.
Oh, right in front of my back. Okay.
It was right there. Randy said, "Hey, y'all want to go see Annette at 420?"
There was a time that was later than that, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna have to do that. And then you moved up to 420 for some bit, and I was like, oh, it's too early.
That 420 was the only time that was presented, for the record, to me. Randy, can you confirm?
Confirm. I mean, I don't know who you talked to, but
Thank you
in
so
our
much.
group text, yeah, there was only a 420.
All right, I'm gonna look it up, but can you please set up the date?
So I hit up Randy privately because I figured y'all showed zero interest in this chain.
True.
So I just said, all right, I'll just talk to Randy. And I said, hey, what are you doing before? I was thinking about going to see the Green Knight at 12:10 at Westfield. And he said, all right. So then we go and see the Green Knight at Westfield. Then we go to the food court in the Westfield Mall. Now, if you are familiar with the Westfield Mall in San Francisco, California, on Market Street, off of Powell Street, it is a very large mall and very confusing mall. There's basically two big things on the end and very little in the middle. And then you go in the food court, and half the food court is closed, except for the newly opened Shake Shack at the food court. So we go to the Shake Shack because the line was not too long. Randy, we were ordering in our little kiosk, so we had to order ourselves off the little
That was a little
iPad
weird.
thing.
Yeah.
Didn't care for that. Also, didn't care for the meal.
Yeah. Agree. It was fine. It tasted like a good McDonald's burger.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Sort of
Yeah.
that smash burger thing.
Yeah.
The burger's fine. I got no problem with the burger. It doesn't hold up to In-N-Out. So if you want to do this In-N-Out Shake Shack thing, go take a hike. It's not even close. Take that down the street.
Dude,
Ain't
they
got nothing
had
to do with that.
Shake Shack opened up in like Daly City out here, and it closed. Like it was clear, like, you know, the free market spoke, and nobody
Now-
wanted to go there. So,
Shake Shack, or are you thinking Steak and Shake?
oh shit.
You
Oh,
may
that's
be thinking
right.
Steak and Shake, which is very different. Steak
Wow.
and Shake is more of a diner situation.
You know what? You might be right.
Yeah.
Shake Shack is the East Coast answer to In-N-Out.
I heard that when we went to New York, everybody's like, "Let's go there," and I'm like, "What?" No.
I'm not a huge fan. And Randy and I also tried the hot honey fries. It's got
Mhm.
like a hot honey sauce. Sauce was terrible.
Oh,
It was
Fries
weird.
were good. I like the crinkle cut fries. I'll give the on board with the crinkle cut fries. You get a regular hamburger and a crinkle cut fries, it's fine. No
Hmm.
issues.
I go to Jack in the Box for that.
But then I tried the watermelon mint limeade.
Oh.
4 sips is all it could do. It's a shame.
Yeah, I got one of those like icy Baja Blasts from Taco Bell on Saturday. It was so hot, but I didn't
was
know
it?
what other flavor. It was good. I hate to admit it, I'm not a Baja Blast guy, but
Love the Baja Blast, dude.
I like a Mountain Dew. I'll do a Code Red, but Code Red will also make you feel like it's just too apparent you're drinking like a ton of chemicals. It really, like after a while, ugh. Yeah, it's gross. Anyway, I found the text I'm partially wrong. Randy said hopefully pre 7 p.m. I must have skimmed over it and been like, dude, 7 p.m. We could do that.
All right,
Well,
that's fair.
if y'all said
Yeah.
anything though, I would have moved it.
Yeah.
But
Oh no.
Yeah.
The thing was, I was still in bed when those texts were happening. I told you I've been laying in bed reading. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, Clark, you should read that short story too. Anybody out there, if you want to Google it, it's called the God of Dark Laughter.
It's the second time you told me to read this stupid story in this whole episode.
I know. Just doubling down on that.
No,
I'm into reading. This is going to become a book podcast. I'm the only one producing it, so watch. It's going to happen.
All right. Do you realize that we are going on our 5th year of doing this, and of doing this show? It'll be our 5th year coming up in like 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, in our 5 years of doing this, you've gone through
nothing.
Probably three solid stints of like, I'm reading now, dude. And then we get to the fact that the first time you went on your reading stint, you weren't reading, you were just doing audiobooks.
Oh, did that happen?
Yes.
Yeah, I got through it.
Yeah, because you're like, I got through it. And I was like, dude, that's like a 1,200-page book.
I know.
And then you didn't say it. And then like years later, I found out that you audiobooked them.
Yeah, which, scientists say you get the same thing out of an audiobook that you do just reading.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's something about the relationship of the words in your eyes. Now, as far as your mind goes in creating a narrative, I'm with you there. But you're missing that intimacy between eyes and the words. You're not letting your eyes fuck, dude.
Dude, what if there's a found footage movie? We can make this where, like, let's say, like, me and you are roommates, right? But you're colorblind. So I hate you. So I start writing things all over the house in the color you can't see. And then somebody comes in and they just see.
So all the colors.
So there's just writing all over the walls, but it's like you walking around nowhere.
So as soon as I got to the hotel today and I checked in, they gave me the card, and I'm up here on the 7th floor, and you gotta put your card in the elevator and then hit the button, and it wasn't working. So I had to get my cards reprogrammed, and the girl at the front desk was asking, okay, when you put your card in, what color was the modem?
Oh my God.
And I said, I no idea. I just see lights.
And?
Still don't know.
And she just stared at you?
No, I said, I'm colorblind. I can't tell you.
You could take a picture next time. Also, after we recorded that TBR report, you and fucking Thomas sat there for like 10 minutes talking about being colorblind. I wanted to puke. You guys were getting along so well. You're never allowed to talk to him again.
Well, look, man, are you anti-disabilities right now, dude?
No, I'm out. I'm anti-unions that don't include me.
So
Again, I'm the only one that I think wished as a child to wear glasses, and everything I do, I'm surrounded by 4 eyes. It's like you're rubbing it in. You're all wearing glasses right now.
Because glasses are hot, dude.
I know. HAWT.
Hot.
All right.
So, speaking of what was hot, let's go back to me and Randy's day yesterday.
Hell yeah.
We were talking about the honey fry that you both picked up at the same time.
Honey fries were nugget. Then we walk from Westfield to Embarcadero, which is about, Randy, 22-minute walk?
I said like 0.8 mile. So yeah, something like that.
Wait.
0.8 miles.
Dude?
Yeah, we did an M&M.
Fuck yeah. So we walked to Embarcadero. Nice little walk. Nice walk.
Were you all holding hands?
Of course.
Okay.
And then when we're walking, a very wonderful Spanish-speaking family in front of us, but it was a group of people. So it was other people and then this family. Someone dropped a lighter. Now, I didn't know who it was, but we had just watched The Green Knight, and I felt like that's a morality tale, and we'll get into that. So I felt like I just had to do the right thing. And even though I just picked up the lighter and went to the closest person near me, which was the woman in this family, and then the husband turned around and he was concerned. His eyes were, and I said, "Did you guys drop your lighter?" And he went like, "Not us, not us." And I said, okay, and then I just dropped the lighter and I put my hands up, and we just walked away.
All
It's
right.
probably fine.
I don't know, man. Picked up an AED.
Oh my god.
And along the way to Embarcadero, the small bite of a weed gummy that I took 3 hours earlier started kicking in, which was just perfect timing for our second movie of the day, which is Leo Krax's new film called Annette. His first film in like
By the
almost
way,
10 years.
The Embarcadero, it's still like
Yeah.
they think polio's out there.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty
honestly.
shut down still. Yeah.
You have to go in one way, then you directly go to the concessions. They shut off the kiosks there. There's no booze anymore. There's hardly any concessions. It's just an excuse for them to be lazy.
None of that makes any sense. The single door, and then you have to interact with someone to buy your ticket instead of using a touch screen.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
don't understand it.
Well, it's security theater. I mean, it is what it is. Shut up and comply.
Yeah.
Did you run into Omar there?
No one understands that reference.
Oh, I know. Well, when I was hanging out with Dave O'Shea there, we ran into Omar Little from The Wire.
Michael
Nice.
K. Williams.
His name's Omar Little. He's your brother.
I understand. He got shot by a 2-year-old.
Dude, what an impactful death.
Man. He was just trying to get a pack of Newports.
All right, talk about Annette, please.
Yeah, so we saw
All
it.
right.
It's it features Adam Driver. He plays a quote unquote stand-up comedian named Henry McHenry. And Anne, played by Marion Cotillard, she plays his girlfriend, then turned wife. Her name is Anne, and she is like an opera singer that's plays very like highbrow like opera shows, and she's playing at like the Disney Hall, and he's playing at like some like Orpheum Theater or something in LA in the beginning.
Randy, you forgot to mention Henry McHenry's stage name.
What was it? The Ape of God or something like that?
The Ape of God.
Dude, Henry McHenry? Did he rip off Gerald Geraldson?
Maybe.
Yeah, dude, watch the movie. It's a clear ripoff.
So I also included all of you in the text to go see Annette because it is a musical and it is entirely written by Sparks. They also wrote the screenplay because the screenplay is pretty much all sung. So they pretty much wrote the whole thing. Krax has a screenplay credit as well, but it sounds like it's mostly a Sparks creation. But yeah.
Krax is also in the movie.
He is, yeah, in a very good opening scene. So like the credits are rolling and it's kind of just like a black screen and you see credits and stuff and you hear just some voiceover that Krax is doing. And then, when the movie starts, you see him behind the boards at a studio. And then it does a couple like shots to Sparks who are in the studio about to play the first song of the movie. And then they start playing. It's called what's it called? So May We Start. Very catchy tune. And then they start playing. There's a drummer. There's like a whole slew of musicians, backup singers and everything. And then there's a really awesome tracking shot that goes from the studio and kind of does like a reverse. And then they go out onto the street. They're on like Santa Monica in LA. And then also the main people from the cast show up as well on this like pretty cool tracking shot. And they're kind of like singing to the camera, like telling you like sort of what you're about to see. There's kind of like a little bit of hints as to like the tone of the movie. If you like read the lyrics, you can kind of like read into it a little bit. The beginning of this movie is probably the best thing in the movie. I do really dig the entire film, but it starts off on a high point for sure.
Russell, if I give you a link, can you play it and we can hear the audio?
All right, here we go.
Those are not sexual sounds. Those are baby sounds.
Birthing sounds.
Birthing sounds, I've just been told. I just want to hear
Are
the
they?
beginning here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 2 hours of this.
Yeah.
I'd be down for it.
It's
All right,
yeah,
that's enough.
a lot of the tunes are definitely very repetitive, but they're catchy.
It sparks.
Really? Yeah, I don't know anything about Sparks, so
Like, here's the thing. Like, if you're familiar with Sparks, like this is Sparks, and
Okay.
the whole thing is very tongue in cheek. So is Sparks. Sometimes that tongue is out of the cheek, and sort of same thing here. There's a lot of winkiness, but there's a lot of winkiness in their lyrics. So there's no secret that this is a male's brother, production. So a male brothers.
Nice.
There we go. So, I really, really enjoyed this. It's long, but it moved, and it's
it goes by like relatively fast because you're always wondering what the hell they're going to do next in the movie.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you, because I have seen Holy Motors, and I am a huge Holy Motors fan. Krax's previous film, it follows a more narrative story than Holy Motors.
Yeah,
Holy
agreed.
Motors is just sort of all over the place, and this, like, we have a narrative center, and we may stray a little bit off of that center, but we always get back there. And sure, their newborn child is a puppet, and is a puppet throughout the movie. And Randy, the part you missed is that this the child is Annette, and Annette has an otherworldly gift, and Annette's father, played by Adam Driver, exploits this outerworldly gift. And Randy went up to go urinate during a montage of them traveling around the world with this exploitation of this child's gift. And there was some good stuff in there.
All right, so Net's good. Do y'all think I'd like it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Friend of the show, Brian Lanano, not a fan of Annette.
Oh, the Gwilliam man himself.
According to Twitter. Now, here's the thing. I completely understand people not liking this movie.
Yep, same.
Of course. But it's I like the unconventional nature of it, and that it's almost sort of making fun of musicals at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's also the exploration of stand-up is I find that interesting, and I can sort of take that as exploration of just entertainment as well.
Yeah.
Especially pairing his character with Marion Cotillard's character, which I did not see that going the direction it did. It's a very strange film, and it ends even more strangely. But when I hoped, there's a line that is said that ends the movie, and when he said that line, it's like, oh, you got to cut, and they cut, and that was the end. And then I had to go pee, and then and then Randy told me that I missed a mid-credits sequence.
Yeah, it's just similar to it's like pretty close to the end of the credits. It's just like a similar scene to the beginning, where like the whole like cast of the movie comes out, and there's kind of just like this tracking shot of just them kind of like saying bye or whatever. But yeah, this movie is you're in Krax's world, you're in his hands the entire time, and his world is very absurd and gonzo. So if you can get into that, I think you'll have a good time and like be excited that this exists. But I definitely see people hating it and or turning it off 30 minutes in.
Also, the band has some sort of fixation with simians.
Yeah.
because that was a theme in Holy Motors, and now there are a
True.
lot of monkeys and apes in this movie.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of apes, that short story I read earlier, the god of dark laughter has a baboon. So be sure to Google
Nice.
that and read it.
Dude, don't be having pet baboons, dude. What are you talking about? Who has a pet baboon?
A clown.
This is the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know, and it's a Western. You'd love it. That's why I
What?
recommended it to you.
Western?
Also, I told you this. It's a Western where a dude finds a scalped clown on the road, and it kicks off investigation. It's a horror.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Western.
Yeah, and it brought it back up because the thing you were talking about earlier kind of ties into where that story goes.
See,
It's good.
you should only speak to me when I'm paying attention to you.
I know. Whenever you're stressed out. Well, here's the thing. I know whenever I'm kind of like in an anxious loop, when people talk to me or distract me, it helps a little. So when I see you and your gears turn in and you're worried about
Yeah.
God knows what.
No more information dumps to and
I
from
know.
the airport.
All right.
Can we make that a rule?
Yeah. I'll
No shop talk to or from the airport.
Okay. Well, how about I admit something that I haven't seen one of this director's previous films.
Krax?
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them.
Holy Motors, yeah, is great. It's also quite weird. Lovers on the Bridge is really good. I think you might dig that.
Okay.
Lovers on the bridge.
Oh, I see. He directed Boy Meets World.
He also
Boy Meets World.
he also uses Denny Levant a lot in his movies. He plays the like the zombie in The Night Owns the World. Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, the Night Eats the World.
The Night Eats the World.
This
Yeah.
guy.
No.
Oh, dude, he's tough.
All right, Clark, you got a guess? You want to throw in what that movie's titled?
Oh yeah. Whoops, I'm wrong.
What is it? Night Eats the Darkness or
It's
something.
the world. You guys are
God
right.
damn
Yeah,
it!
it's the
I
world.
talked myself out of it. Fuck, that's a great movie, by the way. And when we used to record, it sounded like it because we had Randy's drummer in the next room, his roommate drummer. Okay, well, fuck. I think you guys sold me. Although I am, I was telling Randy before we started recording, I've been watching like nothing but comedy now on YouTube. So when Clark used to get really pumped about stand-up being in film, I'm kind of there now. Like I feel like I kind of understand it a little bit better. So the musical thing, oh man, honestly, that makes it kind of hard for me to approach. The
It's one of
Sparks
those
thing-
where literally everything is sung as well.
Okay.
So it's very, like rock opera.
Well, do you ever feel held hostage by bad music in the film?
No, they play into it because, spoiler alert, Adam Driver, not a good singer.
Oh, rad.
He's
And- but
okay.
it's-
Yeah.
Hello, my conductor friend. Welcome in, my conductor friend. How are
Well,
you?
The Sparks Brothers documentary, at least they did a great job of establishing those dudes know how to navigate a narrative and they know how to make clever art. So if they're writing all the music, man, you know what, I'm in, even though I'm not particularly a huge fan of them. So, all right, you all sold me. I'd like to see it in a theater, though. We should do that. Oksana.
I recommend that. I
Yeah.
feel the people going in blind on Amazon Prime. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Can't see that going well on the old
No.
IMDb ratings. All right, Randy, anything else on Annette?
Nope.
The Green Knight.
Wait, hold on. Wait 1 minute.
Hey, it's the Randy's retread. Oh, wait.
Oh, somebody should have warned that guy that you were going to retread a
Okay,
Randy pick.
Russell, we need to talk about a couple things. I am
All right. As long
After-
as Seven's not one of them.
now one of the few things I have listened to you talk about is your review of the Green Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And in your review of the Green Knight, and now I have seen the Green Knight, I've got some questions.
Well, hold on. Can you see the color green? I feel like that's the one you have trouble
Well,
with.
I am red-green colorblind.
Okay. That's a problem given the two major themes of the movie are the color red and green.
The UPS truck is green to me.
Oh, that's wrong. That's
Yeah,
brown,
because
though.
Yeah, because it doesn't say what can green do for you.
Wait, what? Okay. Okay, go ahead. I regret going down that road.
I mean, I had to take it somewhere. I had to park the car somewhere, brother. All right, so the Green Knight. How do you classify this as slow cinema?
What do you mean? Dude,
What do I mean? What do I mean?
I
What do
mean,
you mean? What do I mean?
would you call a
What's
ghost
he-
story like slow?
This is wildly different than a ghost story.
I don't know. I feel like it's just a more it's a the craft is there. I feel like Lowry understands what he can do and how to do it better.
This follows a very simple structure.
Yeah, for sure.
You know where this is going.
Again,
And
but
it's
slow
a
cinema-
quest. It's a non-conventional quest movie.
Oh, I mean, it's a pretty conventional quest movie. It's just the story is kind of like murky. Like normally, like if we're looking at like the
Yeah,
Hobbit,
but it's great.
yeah, but all those stories are very like, they're about wealth or greed, or you can boil them down. Like Tolkien was a very thoughtful author who, had everything had a meaning. And with Gawain and the Green Knight, I believe the original story, it's just confusing. Like there is the idea of like honor and expectations and living up to like a class system like you would in like England. But that the film is so much more than that. And again, like the thing I loved about it was just the fantasy elements. Like my favorite part of that movie is when they ask him, "Do you understand the challenge?" And he doesn't, and we know that as the audience. But I mean, I really don't think most people watching the movie do either, because the idea is you can kill this guy; he won't even fight you. There will be a legend about you. Everybody will know your name, and you get his fucking magic axe, and you can go do whatever you need to, and really solidify your legend. But then you have to die.
Yeah.
And the dude doesn't get it. He's just like, "Oh, I'll kill him and become famous." And then he's hanging out in a bar for a year, like boning hookers. And it's beautifully illustrated when, one of the drunkards comes up and they're like, "Hey, man, you're Gawain. You killed the Green Knight." And it's like, hey, he got that. He was famous. It's just his puppet show was incredibly fucking boring because he did nothing with the axe.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I killed him, and then the seasons pass, and you're like, you fucking wasted it, dude.
Yeah, he just waited a year.
Yeah, but again, he didn't understand. And there's so much to deal with in that film. Like, did you understand why I was like kicking myself for not understanding like I don't know, popular philosophy more? Like, I feel like the Freud stuff is
I get it, but I don't think this is slow cinema.
Okay, well, again, what
But
I meant by slow
I'm gonna
cinema-
Randy, let's loop in Paul Schrader. Is he still in the waiting room?
Oh, no.
Yeah. You got him on the line?
He's probably jerking off to bras or whatever he does.
He's probably making weird Facebook posts.
I know. He's a weirdo.
Wait, is he gonna talk?
That's how he talks these days.
I
pretty good.
really thought you had something queued up. I was worried there, where he was gonna like educate me on slow cinema. No, what I meant by that statement is just for a movie opening wide in the theaters that promised a knight killing a monster and meeting giants and adventuring with his fox buddy. It was a movie that was very thoughtful, took its time, and there was not a lot of editing. It was like so well made. And
Here's the thing. This goes back to A24 doing what A24 does. How many times is the public gonna fall for this and then not realize it? Because the backlash with the Lighthouse is that it wasn't a horror film. A24.
wait,
And then
there was backlash? I thought everybody just praised that movie.
No, from the horror community. So now people wanted an action fucking Game of Thrones thing with the Green Knight. They don't get that. Fucking Raw is not what people thought. No need for fucking barf bags.
See, I feel bad now because I feel like you're echoing like my sentiment. Where
Well,
like,
you are involved there because
Raw,
you're with the masses, dude.
when I went into the Alamo, they handed me a barf bag. That
I
had
know what
Raw.
I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's a hell of a bar you're setting. But with the Lighthouse, I just thought it was pretentious and not like there wasn't a lot to mine out of that fucking cave.
The Lighthouse is a masterpiece.
The Lighthouse is self-indulgent.
Masterpiece.
I don't know. At the fart stuff, and it's like, oh, get it? They're like gay.
Well,
It's like,
the fart stuff is beautiful.
what is
Those
that?
are beautiful farts, man.
What is that amazing horror film that had like the gay central lead, and I'm like, this is what every horror movie needs to be. We watched it. Our buddy,
Rift?
no, not Rift. Oh, Rift is great too. No, but we watched it at the Roxy. It was part of Frameline.
Knife and Heart?
Knife and Heart. Have you guys seen that movie?
Heart.
No, I know of
Knife
it, though.
and fart.
Watch, dude. That's how you do like gay cinema, where it doesn't matter. It doesn't like hijack the narrative that it's like, oh, they're gay. It's like, no, this movie works and they're gay. Like, I don't know, it's earned. Lighthouse, dumb.
Incorrect.
I almost called it gay. And I was like, that was a way to pull the rug out of my argument.
Let me explain something to you right now. I guarantee you, if you rewatch The Lighthouse, you would like The Lighthouse.
Yeah, you're probably. I mean, I have the damn seagull in the room.
It's a fact. But you gotta die on your heels over here.
No. Hey, I'm the one. My argument is that A24 has moved from production distribution into subgenre, where it's slow cinema, beautifully color corrected film, thoughtful pacing, and animals galore. They love their fucking animals.
I think you're overusing the term slow cinema.
I may be using it incorrectly, but I am selfish and bending it to my will.
All right, the CGI fox. I didn't have a huge problem with the CGI fox outside of, if you use a talking fox. I mean, come on, you have to have more awareness than. I get it if it's a part of the original thing, but come on.
Well, I feel like the fox popped up and was impactful too late in the film.
Yeah, the fox did not do a whole lot for me, if I'm honest. Like, in terms of the narrative, but CG Fox walking around, fine. I was over it pretty quickly. The worst thing about it was the movement. Yep. It didn't move like a fox. Also, foxes are weird. Like, foxes are kind of cat dogs when you think about it.
The thing about the fox is it falls in with the color themes. The fox is red. What does that mean?
It's more of an orange.
Well, yes, no, Randy. They call it a red fox in the damn movie.
It's a marine orange, dude.
Yeah, because the Green Knight, the red fox. Oh my God. I'll do a Cinema 101 and I'll have you guys in there.
I don't pay attention to characters' names.
My course will be the use of colors and mirrors, as people say. That's what I always talk about.
Yeah, but yet you live smoke and mirrors, dude.
That's true.
All right. And then Jism. He jizzes on his hand. That was cool.
What do you why?
Because some ancient Arthur shit I didn't care about.
No.
Something about, your seed has to go on this little thing that's going to protect you, so I'm going to jerk you off. And he's like, yes.
No, I thought that whole interaction, that like third, I guess you could call it a haunted house. It felt like he had like the parents that he never had, even though they were still like rich.
What, and mommy jerked him off?
Well, I think it's the Freudian thing where you want to kill your dad and screw your mom. And I'm like, I wish I knew more about this.
But then his dad tried to make out with it.
I know, and I wish I knew more about the philosophy, because I'm sure it goes somewhere. Or, I mean, it could be adoration, or like, maybe sons striving for, trying to make their dad proud. Like, I feel like it was kind of a shocking way to show it. But I'll tell you, when we left that theater, we saw the movie with like 8 to 10 people. Nobody even mentioned that. Like, it didn't even make a blip. And
the jism?
Yeah, and I think it's because it's a complicated part of the movie. Now, again, are you going to go watch one of those, The Green Knight Explained?
No, I pretty much got it.
No, everything that happened in that everything that happened in that house felt like it was a test to try and tempt him, and he failed that test.
He failed everything.
Yeah.
He failed everything. He was a fucking idiot. And that's why I love this movie. He couldn't do anything right. And then, all right, can we spoil or no spoil?
Hey, hold on. I think, Randy a long time ago lectured us on, it's not the end, it's the journey or whatever. And this movie is all about growing up.
Ever since I have known you. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, Randy gets the credit. And, by the end of it, it's like, yes, you need to step outside of town and fail for a long time, and then you come back a like well-rounded adult. And it's just a tragedy that he learned that at the end of his fucking life.
Oh yeah, no, it was beautiful. This is one of my favorite movies of the year,
Oh, easy.
Same.
and I don't care about any of this stupid Knights shit.
Yeah, but you don't have to. That's the thing. It's
Finally,
well, I mean, look at just the way they shot the town. I loved it. You never get fantasy treated that seriously through the camera lens. And I feel like that's what I'm always arguing about with Conan. We could have went in a serious direction where it's like a Western, but like more interesting because it's barbarians punching camels. Or we could have went, Europeans in thongs punching Godzilla, which, I'm also down for.
now my boy Sean Harris, he played the king. Is that King Arthur? Was he King Arthur?
Oh my God.
I'm assuming so.
Dude, don't you remember when I talked about it? I was saying that's the Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah, but
And-
why is King Arthur all fucked up? He
'Cause
had like
he's
Lou
old.
Gehrig's disease.
Well, because, every journey comes to an end.
He didn't look that old. By the way,
People
He was
died a lot
probably
younger back
28.
then.
Yeah, he was probably 28. It's medieval times, dude.
no, Sean Harris is great because Sean Harris is also in the Mission Impossible franchise.
Okay.
So-
Nice.
But now that you've seen it, do you believe the rumor that he hollowed out the round table?
I didn't even notice. You told me that, didn't even notice it.
Randy, on your second viewing, do you believe the conspiracy that he hollowed it out to make the Criterion C?
I do not believe in that conspiracy, but I do believe in everything QAnon says.
Okay. All right. You dicks. I'm glad you liked it, Clark.
I really liked it.
What do you think the Giants were about?
Oh, I forgot about the Giants. I'm cool with the Giants. I like that they were androgynous.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that a David Bowie song should play while that happens. We'll do that in the recut.
All right. I'm glad you
Um,
liked it.
I have no idea, but I liked it. I was yeah. I really this movie's great. 5 stars.
And is that all you watched too?
I watched Mission Impossible 1. I'm 40 minutes into Mission Impossible 2. I do this thing where I watch the Mission Impossible movies on the airplane. And then in the hotel room last week, I watched Mission Impossible. What was the one directed by J.J.
I
Abrams?
don't know. I have no
Ghost
idea.
Protocol.
Not Ghost
I don't know if it's
Protocol.
that, actually.
And the one before Fallout. I
All right.
forgot.
well, You're not going to talk about any of these, right?
It was good though.
That's what we're doing
Right.
right now.
Oh God, we're running long. No, I need your help.
Rogue Nation.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I watched Rogue Nation and I watched Fallout like 3 weeks ago, and Ghost Protocol. Dude, I've watched these like 5 times. The new one, dude, one's the worst one with De Palma.
I like it.
When's the last time? Dude, that stupid shit in the train tunnel with the helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
That shit looks terrible.
That was a long time ago, but yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
but then all right, so you watch 1 and 1's kind of boring. And then 2, here comes John Woo with Mission Impossible 2, and everything is wildly different. It doesn't have dude, it's got like a fucking like modern score. It's weird. And Tom Cruise has bangs now. It's a long-haired Tom Cruise. So that's 2. And then of course they've got crazy. I don't know. I like John Woo though.
I don't like these Mission Impossible hot takes you're doing, dude.
I love Mission Impossible. You don't like the Mission Impossible franchise?
No, I fucking.
Why?
They're boring.
Its practical effects is its finest.
It's.
It's true. I'll agree with that.
That was the lamest thing you've ever said. God damn. No, it's fucking cool guy shit. I can't get down with it.
Dude,
There's never been an
would
anthem.
you,
for
would
cool
you
guy.
accept this mission, please?
You got a nerd in the cast. Simon Pegg's there doing nerd stuff.
Let me
No.
tell you something. Simon Pegg may be the best thing that happened to this franchise. Simon Pegg is a revelation.
Oh my god.
In Rogue Nation, Russell, they have to go to the opera in Vienna because the bad guy is going to be there from the Syndicate.
All right.
Very good.
Now I have I'm taking this now. So the movie I watched is also a film that you watched last week, and it's the Blackwell Ghost 5, baby.
Dude, I watched it as soon as we wrapped up.
Hold on, but now if you haven't listened to the TBR report, the last episode we put up, go back there. We're hanging out with Thomas, and in there I mentioned being tempted to pull a clip. One of our favorite characters that pops up in the Blackwell Ghost 3. Well, because Clark was flirting with the IT guy at his hotel, I had a little bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and play that now. Clark, this is proof that I love you. Here we go. This guy's what's his name? Joseph William Lightfoot?
Lightfoot.
Okay. I think he says it right in the beginning. Here we go.
My name is Joseph William Lightfoot. I'm a craftsman, an artist, and a published poet. Yeah, really. I do about anything that can be done. I'm really good with my hands. And my father was James Lightfoot, and people just called him Lightfoot. My dad, he was okay when I was growing up, but turned out he was a serial killer. And he killed like 18 women, and some he tortured, and some he violated, and the rest he ate. He was a good dad.
Oh, you ruined it. The best part of that at the end, he says,
He was a good dad.
Can you isolate that?
I did already.
He was a good dad.
Extra syllable.
Dude, he tortured some, violated the others, and some he ate. When I first saw that,
He was a good dad.
I was like, we're going in bold new Florida territory.
But by the way, I failed to mention this when we were talking about this, but that background music, that is from The Social Network.
I thought
Really?
so. Yeah, I was like,
I
I'm
noticed
pretty
that
sure
when I
that
saw
is.
the movie.
Wait, it's Philip Glass?
No, it's
No.
Atticus Ross and Reznor.
Weird. So you think he just lifted it?
I doubt he paid for it.
It's a piano version. I think it's a piano cover, but it's definitely that melody.
Yep.
Oh, what a trip. Anyway, yeah, that's from part 3. And part 3 is significant because that's where we end up in Florida. And part 5, the one I watched and we didn't cover in last week's episode, we're back there. Dude, this movie, I feel like he's always on the brink of jumping the shark. So in this film, in the TBR report, we mentioned that in part 4, he ends up actually finding a corpse. And buried with the corpse is a bottle. And in the bottle, there's some paper. I guess, he doesn't deal with it in the end of that film, but I guess he just turns it over to the police without checking out the paper. So this film opens up where they contact him and they tell him that there was a map in the bottle. So, dude, I'm going to say it again. Brace your eyes. We are like teetering on ARG shit here, except it's kind of like he makes up these in-world puzzles, but he deals with them on his own. Now, one of the things that happens in part 3 and 4 and 5 is he goes to a Facebook page, the Blackwell Ghost. Have you been on there, Clark?
No.
Okay, I went there. It's weird.
I don't tap on the glass, dude.
Well, I just wanted to see, because in part 4 and part 5, he mentions turning to the page for help. Like in this one, he posts the map, and he's like, I wanted to see if anybody could figure it out, because the map looks like it has half of a palm print. The house the haunted house he's staying in is on it. Then there's a corner of the house that's marked the Northern Star. Then there are like 5 locations, and nobody can figure it out because they dig up the sites on the locations, and actually there was some weird compass notation too, like how to track exactly where the map was leading you. That was like way over my head. This film, we also get to see his new real life baby with his wife that he has not killed. And I'm starting to think that these are kind of just like a way for him to document his family and make a ton of money off of Amazon Prime. As I did buy this movie too. I think I bought the last 3. Have you just been renting them?
Yeah, I just rented.
All right. Well, we got them if you ever want to rewatch them here. Yeah. So we get back in the house and we're instantly dealing with knocking again. Now, this is probably the last thing we're going to talk about. If you want to watch this series, just fucking turn it off because I want to talk about this. He's made some pretty critical changes in this film. One, to navigate the weird bureaucratic legal system in Florida, they decide to deputize him so he can look at the map.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, you hear that and it's like, oh, we've jumped the shark. You know, we've nuked the fridge.
Now, hey, jumping the shark is a regular activity in the state of Florida.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's actually not even weird there.
Yeah.
And I'll mention, dude, he plays off the moment and it feels completely organic. Like, I think if it were scripted, because I don't think he is, I feel like the way that he handles being deputized, I don't know, he takes shot at it, like how it's dumb and it's stupid. And he's saying it on camera and he's making jokes about it and it makes it okay. I don't know. What do you have something to say about that? No. Okay, you're making faces. I didn't know if you were disagreeing with me or not. You get what I'm saying though, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, because it seems like it should be more of a requirement than like,
well,
I want to show you
it's
this
like
paper so you're a deputy.
In Paranormal Activity 4, if one of the characters got deputized so that they could work with the police to figure out a ghost mystery, it's like that sounds like the most hacky, lame, lowbrow shit. Yet in this movie, it feels potentially like it could be real. I'm like,
the problem I had was that, okay, he's deputized and they can show him this map, but he still posts it on social media as if that like wouldn't get him in trouble.
You know what? That's a good point. Yeah, how the hell did he do that?
He gets fired in the next episode.
I don't think you can fire a volunteer deputy. Or I guess you can.
Take his badge away.
You God. So one of the things that happens that I have, here's another issue I have with the film. The haunting interaction changes and the ghosts now have a mission, and it seems like everything they're doing is leading him in a direction. And I don't know if I like that. Like, Clark, what did you think of that, Clark?
Wait,
were you reading something? Were you not paying attention?
No. Say again. I didn't understand what you were saying.
So in the Blackwell Ghost 5,
yeah,
he goes back to the house and the knocking starts again, which to me is one of the most effective scares I've seen in a film, just knocking. And as the movie goes on, you learn that there's an agenda. The ghosts are trying to lead him somewhere.
Correct.
And to me, I feel like it actually robs the film of like any like scare factor, because it's essentially like he's working with the fucking Avengers of the Undead now.
I still think he does a good job of the scare factor because he's still scared.
That's true. And dude, without him, I don't think these movies would work.
Again, my favorite thing is like when you hear the loud banging in the hallway, he just goes and sits on the couch.
Dude, Turner Clay, he does the best real life like acting for being horrified. And again, one thing that this movie pointed out that I had never thought about, he starts talking about light and the use of lighting. And he's reviewing his footage from part 4, and he caught a glimpse of another like apparition. And he's like, I'm starting to wonder why I caught them in like the first movie and now in the 4th. And he's like, I think it's the lighting I'm using. Now, I've seen other films talk about like, white light versus like warm kind of interior lighting.
Yeah.
And whatever. I mean, what he talks about is ambient lighting versus directional lighting. And I think it's true for any horror film. If you walk around through a house that's lit with, like, traditional lighting, that lighting is set up to make a room feel welcoming. If you walk around a house with a flashlight, it's instantly terrifying. And he addresses it in the movie, and he's like, you know what? I think I can catch the ghost. I can pick him up on film with directional lighting. So he takes his chair, sits at the end of a hallway, and just has a flashlight aimed down. And I'm like, even though the ghosts have turned into the fucking X-Men, it was still completely effective. I'm just curious how long he can do this.
I feel like
a nut.
I mean, I've watched 5 of these, and I really do like them.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. I'm wondering with that I'm wondering that as well. However, I'm in on 6, 100% on 6. 5 was okay. 5 is my least favorite of the Florida part of this.
Yeah.
Which I love the Florida part, but I don't know. But see, that was the thing. Like the pivot between, Ruth Blackwell and now we're going to Florida. Like he tried to tie that together and then he just didn't give a shit anymore.
Well, I think the story there is just more of an emotional one. It's for him.
I wonder if we're going back to the Blackwell house. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't think so. And I should mention, he does have a couple new scares in there. What did you think when he returned? So one, he goes hiking in Florida and he's just walking around in the woods and it gets dark. And then there's like bushes moving, almost like there was like a Bigfoot following him or something. That worked for me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying new things. And I do like I said in the show, he's got like this, Rube Goldberg mentality. He's got a new trick up his sleeve every new movie.
Well, he didn't here. He didn't have any new gadget.
Well, the speaking spell was more pronounced
in 4. I don't think he used it at all in this one.
He set it up, but I don't think it ever.
Yeah, he blew into it and it went W, and then that was it.
No, 5 was all about the thing.
5 is the map, and then they find another map.
No, 5. No, that's right. 5 was the banging and the thing.
In part 5. Yeah, if there's anything in part 5, it's the drone. He uses the hell out of that drone, and it's got that like probably music lifted from what the hell is that movie? The Network? Social Network. The Social Network. And again, he just films the hell out of that water tower. Did that strike you as like weird? I'm like, how many times are we going to look at this water tower?
I know. I was sick of this stupid water tower.
I don't know. Again, he returns home and there's a light on in the bathroom and he acts so terrified from it. And I remember thinking that's pretty creepy, but it was the first time where I'm like, I think I don't know if I would be that scared. Again, I'm not in that position, but watching it didn't translate as well. And the ghosts lead him to like a hidden map in the house. Now the knocking, he starts investigating it in this one, and he goes to that hall closet. Dude, that even though I knew what they were doing narratively, it still worked. Like just hearing the knocking coming from the hall closet and opening it, and it's like a cupboard. Like you couldn't put a person in there. I don't know. It was fucking effective. What are you looking at on your phone?
No, I had to order groceries. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. I pick a movie so I can sit here and hang out and break it down with you, and you're ordering fucking Liquid Death while I'm talking to you?
Oh, I wish I was ordering Liquid Death. I live like a hobbit when I'm here.
So what does that mean?
Do you know what I eat for lunch? Here's what I ate for lunch. I had to order groceries when I get here so that I can try to save some money during the week. So I order a loaf of bread, I get some turkey, I get some mayonnaise, and I make turkey sandwiches for lunch.
Oh, dude. I
also take Lay's sour cream and onion chips and put them inside the sandwich.
Damn, that is literally what I would eat when I was just like poor. I would do Doritos, turkey, and bread. And
Doritos, dude.
I didn't do mustard though. I did or I'm sorry, I didn't do mayo. I did mustard.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was Doritos, turkey, mustard, and like one folded over piece of white bread.
gag.
Well, you know what? I mean, honestly, I'm sure you're going through an eternal hell because the way you cook at home is not what you're eating on the road.
I made some beautiful potatoes this morning.
Why don't you get a damn skillet? Just bring it there.
What? By the way, TSA, man, I gotta get my life together. They had to inspect my luggage today. And then they opened up my medicine bag. Now my medicine bag is where I keep my marijuana paraphernalia.
Uh-oh.
So I was like, hey, I'm in a legal state. I'm going to another legal state. I don't give a shit. But then he pulled out my fucking face lotion, and he was like, this is 4.0 ounces, and the TSA sanction is 3.2. Cool. And I was like, it's half empty. He's like, all right. I was like, by the way, that's the 8th week of me traveling with that. So,
yeah,
thanks.
But dude, it's theater. they look at you, and I don't think they're like, oh shit, the terrorists.
Let me go.
I know.
What are we doing?
All right.
And by the way, when I got in my Uber today to go from the airport to the hotel, the guy was playing "Other Side" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then he liked it so much he played it again.
Really? Oh, dude. You should. Did you talk to him? Were you like, dude, play it again? Damn. You got to record that shit.
Oh, man. I was like, of course it's the Chili Peppers, too. Yeah, that was a good song back in the day.
All right. Well, I think I'm done with the Blackwell Ghost 5. I'm with you. I'd watch another one. I'm at the point now where I want to try and get Turner on the show.
He's not going to do it. He doesn't do it.
Nah, we could finesse him.
No.
I'll get him.
Rogan couldn't get him?
I'll be like, dude, we're going to talk about directional lighting. I think you're onto something.
Neil deGrasse Tyson couldn't get him?
Hey, we could play ball. We had fucking Slasher Victim on here. We're his best friends now.
That's Slasher Victims sends us bloody panties in the mail.
Dude, I mean, a couple other guests do too, but his are always with a well-written
stop
letter.
sending us bloody panties, Adam Stillwell.
He doesn't listen. Come on.
I know. Shots fired.
All right. Well,
he's too busy touring with Shaq.
I also just want to point out that we started incredibly late because Clark was farting around, and this episode ran long because Clark wouldn't shut up.
I had no control.
If I was to do any of this, I'd be berated and whipped with the belt. Yet, no mention goes now.
Yeah, because you suck and I'm cool.
I know. I'm living with it. Now, when Randy leaves us, I'm going to be demoted. I'm going to have to move to the East Bay. Who's going to be your co-host then?
I wouldn't do that to you.
Why not?
I wouldn't let you go to the East Bay, dude.
East Bay's tight, dude. It's good over here.
Exactly. Why are you bailing?
Because the Southeast is better than the East Coast. Than the East Bay. I don't know.
And
I don't
that's
know why.
off.
Honestly, don't know why I'm going, guys. But if you live over there, you want to say hi. Yeah, just let me know. You know how to find me.
No.
Did you just say I honestly don't know why I'm moving there?
Yes, indeed.
Are you having regrets?
No. But, you know.
Oh, God damn it.
The thing that I do is I question everything that I'm doing constantly.
Yeah, it's called anxiety. Also, did
It's
that
called
vape
existence.
work? How'd the vape work? I feel like it's hitting you.
No, I don't feel
my
anything.
vape?
No, I've been hitting the vape that doesn't do anything.
Because you have to get a proper vape, Randy. We narrowed the problem down.
What you need to do is next time y'all are eating honey fries, Clark, just blow the smoke into him.
There will not be another honey fries thing.
Yeah,
well,
definitely not.
Y'all honey, you could be the honeys eating fries. Just blow the smoke into his mouth. It will work that way.
And then we noticed, Russell, as soon as we finished our meal at the Shake Shack, we noticed that there's a gourmet hot dog place in Westfield now.
Oh, y'all messed up.
We messed up, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, we got to make a corn dog truck. I want to do corn dogs.
All right, before Randy leaves, we got to go back to the hot dog place.
I'm down.
All right.
Because the Castro hot dog place is gone.
True.
Oh,
R.I.P.
yeah.
And Top Dog. Dude, all the hot dog restaurants are dropping.
I know. It's they're making room in the market for us to do our corn dog thing.
Corn dogs are stupid.
Corn dogs are underrated. We need corn dogs.
Corn dogs are offensive.
There
No,
used to
we're
be
gonna
a strictly corn dog place by my old place in San Francisco.
And
It was
what
on
happened?
What,
Geneva.
a county fair?
No, it was just like a little window you walked up to on Geneva. But I don't know. It's since closed.
A school cafeteria?
No, it's just like a little
like,
The
window.
only place you should get a fucking corn dog.
He's like, they always got corn dogs over here.
Hey, man, let's go to the corn dog window. What the fuck is happening in Oakland? You got corn dog windows?
This was
What
in
are
San
you talking
Francisco.
about?
Yeah, he said Geneva.
Oh, convention?
Oh my god. All right, the internet is dying. I think it's trying to kick us out of here.
Yeah, thank God. Randy, take us home.
We'll see ya Thursday.
God.